Hi Capricorn, this is Jill at Tarot by the Sea. Please excuse the lighting, it's suddenly got really dark here. Not quite sure what's going on. Capricorn, hello, this is your reading from the 16th to the 31st of October 2017, using the Wisdom of the Oracle cards. This is my first reading for you. I haven't done a Capricorn group reading before. I tend to do personal readings, so welcome. I hope you enjoy it and I hope it resonates for you. Obviously, it won't for everyone. Take from it what you will. If it doesn't resonate from you, look at your moon sign and your rising sign as well. And if it turns out to be a love reading, look at your Venus sign. So let's have a look and see what we've got for you. So Capricorn, 16th to the 31st. Your cards have woken up. I ran out of memory on my computer, so it stopped recording. But the last time I was doing it, they were a little bit sleepy. We have two cards come out. We have Peace and we have Fates. The reading that I just did for you was talking about a possible relationship with an air sign. This card has come out in the same place as in that reading too, but this time it's in reverse. So, possible relationship with an air sign. So, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, I think. And it was saying it had been a bit of a whirlwind. Capricorns, because you're an earth sign, you tend to be quite grounded, and I think you might have found this person a little bit all over the place, and you've just realised that it's not for you because you can't you need to plan your life. You might have a lot of commitments, you might have children, you might be in a situation where you kind of need to know what you're doing. So you're saying to this person, am I seeing you at the weekend? And they're saying, don't know, I'll tell you Saturday morning. And there's nothing malicious in it, it's just the way that their life works. That is kind of how they work, and they don't want to be tied down, and they're a bit of a whirlwind, and they've leave things hanging quite a lot. And for you, it's just not working. And there's no animosity. You really like this person and they really like you, but it's just the relationship itself isn't working. I don't know whether you've spoken to them about it. I think perhaps you haven't. And maybe you should. I'm getting the sense that maybe you should explain why you're feeling the way that you are. And I wonder whether this reading is following on from that one. I didn't get to the end of the other one, so I don't know what's going to happen. I think maybe this reading is following on from the previous one. So you're thinking, yeah, it's done. I can't live like this. But my question to you is whether you've spoken to them about it, because you do like this person and they like you. So it might be worth you just having a chat with them. And just explaining that perhaps, you know, whatever your circumstances are, you have children, you need to have some kind, maybe you want a commitment. Maybe you want a commitment from this person and they're not giving it to you at the moment. Sorry, I'm just getting... Okay, maybe you want a commitment from this person. And maybe they're the kind of person that doesn't commit easily. So, or maybe actually, maybe they just haven't thought about it. Capricorns tend to be, because you're earth signs, you tend to move quite slowly. So if your relationship has kind of got to a level where you are quite committed and you know each other quite well, perhaps this person doesn't realise that you're at that point yet, because you tend to move quite slowly and they tend to be quite up in the air. And perhaps you've got over this period, which the last reading was talking about, where you've kind of learnt to live with each other's differences and you know each other quite well. The last reading was talking about a relationship that you've just gone into quite recently. You've just got over the honeymoon period and it's starting to grate a little bit. But if you're in a relationship where you've already got past that and you're looking for a level of commitment, maybe this person because they know you move quite slowly, they've kind of like taken a step back and they're like, yeah, I'm not even thinking about that at the moment because he's not going to be ready, she's not going to be ready. But you are ready. You need to be doing a little bit of talking, Capricorn. I think that you've been playing your cards quite close to your chest. Yeah, I'm not saying much, you see, I'm keeping it. It's coming in, the thoughts are there, but I'm not saying much. And I think this may be where you are, is that you haven't been saying much. So I'm going to go through the cards with you. We have 23, which is peace. We have 17, which is the fates. We have 22, which is blessed. This is a reading for another set of Capricorns. The first one, I'm really sorry that it didn't go through. The first one was basically an earlier stage of a relationship. You have time to go, which is 45 minutes. Come out reversed, and I don't do reversed cards. But in your last one, I had 3 reversed cards, and I had 3 upright cards. Okay, so, and then we have chopped wood, and then we have poised. Okay, right. So I'll very quickly go through the first scenario. The first scenario was you were in a relationship with an air sign. It's quite a new relationship. You, as an earth sign, tend to move quite slowly. It was by the book was the card that came out for it, which is 3 elephants in a row for things in the desert, and there is a hierarchy to it. There's big elephant, middle elephant, baby elephant, and they're all joined together and they're all walking along in a straight line, and it's all that kind of thing. So there is a hierarchy to it. And the image that I was getting was that this Aries person has come in with all their ideas and all their intellect and all this kind of airy, fairy stuff. And you're just at the point where you're just like, it's not for me. And I got the not for me card because you just can't handle that. You can't handle not having some kind of structure. You want to know when you're going to see this person. Maybe you have children, maybe you have commitments, maybe you have other things that you need to plan, or maybe you just like planning. And it's not working for you, and the reading said that you were going to end it. You were going to end it quite gently. You were just going to fade it out and walk away from it. And this is where I had this card, was that it's just fading out. You hadn't ended it yet, it's 45, so it's a 9 rather than a 10. So it was fading out and you were moving on, but you hadn't ended it yet. And my sense from that, looking at these cards, is that perhaps you need to talk because you're not talking. You haven't told this person how you're feeling. Now, you may choose to end it. We got Unfinished Symphony in reverse, which is a 10 card, but it was in reverse. Unfinished Symphony, maybe in your head it's already done. Yeah, maybe it was really nice, it was very creative and it was beautiful and everything else, but it's done for you. And that's one set of Capricorns. For another set of Capricorns, you need to talk. And I think that may move into this reading. And then I think we have the third set of Capricorns who are in a relationship which has been ongoing for a little while. So you've got past that phase and you kind of understand each other. And then you have this, you want a commitment, but they don't think you're ready for it yet because you haven't said anything. And they know you move quite slowly and they're quite happy to kind of go with the flow because they know what you're like. And they have so many ideas in their head that it's like, it may be one of a million ideas, but they haven't actually put that much thought into it because they don't think you're ready. So there's some talking to be done. There is some talking to be done. So let's get on with your reading as well. God, you're getting like multiple readings today, Capricorn. But there are a lot of people who are going, there are a lot of Capricorns in the world, so maybe it will relate to different people. So the first card that we have is peace. And I will look at it from different scenarios. So the scenario where you're talking about walking away from the relationship, you're quite at peace with that. The word that I got before was composed. You're quite composed about it. It's not stressing you out particularly. You want to do it gently. You're a nice person, and you like this person, but you're quite composed about ending it, to be honest. If that's the case, I would suggest that you do it sooner rather than later, because it's kind of not fair to keep someone hanging on. But that's just my personal view. That's not something that's being fed into me. What's being fed into me is that it's better to talk if you like this person. That's what's being told to me. But if you've made the decision that you are walking away, then that's fine. But don't leave this person hanging on, because it's not fair. Right, so peace. So if you're walking away, you're quite at peace with the situation. You want to do it peacefully. You don't want any animosity. As I say, you like this person. You think that they're really beautiful. I mean, if you look at this bird in the picture, you know, it's really beautiful, and you think they're a very kind person and a very nice person. And you're just, but it's just the life that doesn't work for you. It's just the relationship itself. It's not the person. So maybe you need to walk away from it. If you have been in the relationship for a long time, then you're quite happy within that relationship. It is quite a peaceful relationship, you know, you're getting on quite well. Things are moving quickly, not quickly, slowly. It's quite gentle. It has a lot of growth potential. You have this little egg here, which something beautiful can come out of, and you feel that it's right. You're using your intuition, and you feel that it's right. And it is very peaceful, and there's lots of messages. There's good communication generally. This is just something that you haven't spoken about, as this commitment thing. And you're offering your little, I don't know what that is, olive branch to this person, and it's coming across to me as like the cup of love in the original tarot. So you're offering your love to this person, and yeah, it just feels like a really nice relationship, you know, you kind of get on well. You can, I'm wondering if this is a Libra, because Libras are like the relationship kind of sign, and they're very gentle and kind and very giving people, and they just kind of get you, you know, they're just going with the flow, and they kind of get you, and it's all very nice. And you're content. You're very content in this relationship. It's just this issue of commitment that's bothering you. And it's just saying you just need to talk. So we have, the next card that we have is the Fates. And this is striking me in that scenario as this person isn't seeing the potential. It's not that they're not seeing the potential, it's just that they don't know that you're offering this. They're not aware that you're offering this level of commitment to them, because you haven't said it. You haven't said it, so their eyes are closed, and this is right in front of them, and you just haven't said it to them. You said lots of other things, there's lots of other stars there, but you haven't said that you want this commitment. So they haven't seen it. They haven't seen it. And again, if you're in a situation where you're in a longer term relationship or the shorter relationship, and it's the lifestyle that is bothering you and being left hanging all the time that is bothering you, then they don't realize, because you haven't said anything, they don't realize what impact their behavior is having, because it's just their life. It's just the way that they work. They're not trying to be malicious. It's just their life. They're very busy people, and they don't tend to plan. They're not great planners. Well, they do. They have these amazing plans in their head, but they're not very practical. And that's the side of it that you, as Capricorn, as an earth sign, can bring to this relationship. I did the Libra reading earlier, and I'm a Libra moon. And one of the things that came out strongly was this sense of this earth type energy. It's very earthy energy. It's coming through more as Virgo than Capricorn, but I don't know that many Capricorns, and I know quite a few Virgos, so possibly why. But it's coming through as this really grounded energy, and it's bringing those ideas and thoughts to a more grounded place. So perhaps that's what you need to be doing, is you need to be bringing that part of you to the relationship. I think if you do this, I think it's going to go well. Okay, I think it's going to go well. We have a 22 card, and there's two twos. 2 is an even number, it's an equal number. You have the balance on both sides, and it's 22, so you're both moving from a 1 to a 2, and you have this balance now. 22 is a very balanced number to me. That's what I'm getting. And it sounds really, really silly, but you have these two S's in the middle as well, which are the 2's reversed, okay, kind of, sort of. I work intuitively, so I get these weird things. But you have and in the middle, yeah, you have the 2 S's, and then you have an E on either side. So it's balanced, it is balanced, okay. If you have this conversation, it will bring more balance into your relationship. And if you look at this picture, you have the female figure there, and this is a male figure here, and they're very close, okay? They're literally in the same space. So it brings you much closer to this person. It brings you much closer to this person. And you have water in this. You still have a lot of air in this card. You still have a lot of sky there. You still have a lot of air. And I think that's saying that you can both balance each other. You can bring this sort of grounded energy to this Aries person, but they can also bring that excitement and that passion and that planning and all that kind of stuff to you. So it's about balancing both sides of the equation. And you do think this person's very, very beautiful. You know, if you look at them, to you, they are like this shining star. They're absolutely beautiful to you. And you can bring this balance to them, and they can bring this beauty and this intellect and these ideas to you. Talk, Capricorn, talk. I think it might be time for you to have a chat. If you do that, the last reading that I did, you got this card in the upright, which is time to go, and you were just going to fade it out and you were just going to leave. This time it's in the reverse. So perhaps if you have this conversation, and you decide that actually you're going to stay. You're going to stay. You're going to see where it takes you. You're a little bit blind as to where it's going to take you. That door is closed, which concerns me a little bit. It does concern me a little bit. It is a closed door. And it is quite hidden. But I think you're thinking that you'll get there. I think you're thinking that you're not quite sure what's on the other side of it. You don't know whether this is going to be a forever relationship. You've just had this conversation with this person and you don't know how it's going to play out. This is only across 2 weeks, so you're not quite sure how it's going to play out in the long term. But you're willing to give it a go and you're heading towards it. For the 42 card is chopped wood. And you know, we have the 22 in blessed, we have the 22 in blessed, and then we have the 42 in chopped wood. Chopped wood is about doing the work, okay? It's about doing the work, and I think you kind of feel to a certain extent that you're willing to put in a little bit more work than the other person is. So maybe you're willing to take the responsibility for planning things. Maybe you've said to this person, I know that you're so disorganized and nothing ever gets, let me do it. Let me and you're willing to take the responsibility for it. There's a thing about, attracting who you are. So I think you're kind of putting yourself in the driver's seat a little bit, and you're willing to do the work. or you're feeling that it's a little bit one-sided as the month goes on. There's a possibility you're feeling it's a little bit one-sided and you're willing to do the work. But you earth signs, you do like to work. You do like to work. Or maybe you're busy at work. Maybe you've gone to this person and said, I need you to plan. And then you've made plans and then you're really busy at work and you have to cancel them and they're a little bit like, oh my God. And maybe they're feeling it's a little bit one-sided and maybe they're thinking, well, you asked for this and now I'm giving it to you and this is the situation. It's not going to be an easy road with this because it's early days in this relationship and it does take work to make a relationship work, and it's finding poised. It's like she's having a good time but she's not looking at what she's doing. She has her fairy wings, but still, if she falls off this, you know, she's still going to have to catch herself. Okay, she's having a good time. And the word that I'm getting here, I've got poise, but I'm actually getting balance, which brings us back to Libra again. And we've got an awful lot of air again. And we've also got some water down here as well. So you could be dealing with a water sign as well, or someone who's got air and water in their chart, or maybe you've got air and water in your chart. And I think perhaps, I'm not sure what I think actually, I'm getting something. It's really funny, I get downloads sometimes and I don't know what they are, but I can feel them coming in, but I don't know what they are, but they make me laugh and or feel sad or whatever they make me feel, but I'm not actually consciously aware of what it is. This is just a sense of fun, I think. I think that's what the download was. It's just a sense of fun. This person brings fun into your life. There's kind of you with your hard work and your earthy kind of kindness. You're very warm. Wood always strikes me as warm and nurturing and that kind of thing. But you're quite involved in the practicalities of life. You're sweeping your floor and you're making your house tidy and you're doing your housework. And this person just wants to play. They want to play. And that's actually really good for you. It's actually really good for you. And you feel quite blessed by this. You feel quite blessed by this. And you think they're beautiful and wonderful and sparkly. And it is really good for you to have that kind of side of it. And you balance each other out. I'm getting this massive sense of balance for you. I like this person. I like this person. They make me laugh. And yeah, I think you just need to get through it. I think you just need to get through it and just get this balance right. This is what they're saying. It's like, if you really like this person, if you're not that bothered about this person and you're quite composed about walking away, just walk away. Just walk away and you'll be focused on work and yeah, if you walk away, you're quite happy to walk away, okay? And you just see that there are other opportunities and something better out there for you. And you feel quite relieved, actually. You feel quite relieved that you've walked. This person was lovely, but there are other opportunities for you, and you feel quite happy to walk away. You're not too bothered at all, and you're quite balanced about it. And eventually, the end of the kind of second half of this period, you will just walk away and just focus on work, and you're ready to take on you're ready to accept new opportunities. Okay, so you have these stars here, and you're ready to accept new opportunities. So yeah, you're okay. You're okay. If the scenario that you are in is the one of commitment and you're ready for a commitment, as I say, you're quite happy within the relationship. You feel really happy within the relationship. This person doesn't know that you want a commitment. This time to go card. No, I was going to say it's time to go card worries me, but it doesn't. So because it's the end of this cycle, so you're taking your relationship to a new level. So you talk to this person and it's time to go, it's time to move forward, you're ready to go, and so are they, and you're willing to put the work in, and the sense that I get for some of you, this might be a little bit quick, but it may well be in the future, is that maybe you decide to move in together. So you have this new front door and you're moving into your new house, and it all needs a good clean, and you're in your element because you know you like things as they are. You're very into the practical side of things, so you're like, yeah, let's get the house done and let's get it decorated, and you're doing all those things. Oh my god, I've got sorry. I have this feeling. I always see earth signs in the mail. I've just got this image in my head of this Capricorn man in his suit and tie, just getting very excited in IKEA, or choosing carpets or something. So maybe if you're cross watching, you may be quite amused by watching quite how excited your Capricorn male gets. At how you're going to furnish your house. And you might find they've got impeccable taste, actually. You might be quite shocked by it, because you might just be a bit like, wow, I really like that. And the idea of him with a mop and bucket may quite appeal to you. So, yeah, it certainly appeals to me anyway. And I'm a Libra, so maybe it does. So yes, and then you're raring to go. You're happy, you're celebrating, you're having a great time. So I'm not saying that you're instantly going to have this conversation and move into your new house, but I think it has got good potential. I think you really do have good potential, because what I'm seeing here is, I'm seeing in this card, you don't know where the future is going to take you, but there is this door which is closed, which I've already said. But then if you look at this card, it's actually the same door, and it's open, and you're chopping wood and you're moving into your new home, and you're putting the work in. So when you get there, it's all good. It's all good. Capricorn, that's lovely. I'm not seeing any work in here though, which is an earth sign I'm quite surprised about. If you're cross-watching Libra, go and watch your reading, because there's an awful lot in there about this grounded energy coming in. So can we just have a work card for Capricorn, because I know you like your work and money. So let's have a work and money card for you as well. Just the one, especially if you're looking at moving into a new house. So I think you do have good potential. If you choose to walk away from the relationship, then that's all well and good. You'll be quite happy with that. But if you decide to go forward, either with a new one or an older relationship, you just need to talk, and the outcome's looking really, really good for you. I'm really happy for you. You seem really happy as well. The feeling that I'm getting for you is quite exciting with this. Yeah, message in a bottle. Okay, this isn't a work card, but it is just talk. You need to communicate, because at the moment things are not balanced. Okay, and you've got your air sign and your water sign again. So, oh my goodness. Sorry, having this camera here, I was doing it on my phone and things were the right way up, and this way it isn't. Things are not balanced at the moment, and you're kind of sinking. But if you talk, it's all going to be good. Capricorn, what a lovely reading. What a lovely reading. And I like the balance between the earth and the air sign, which I think is lovely. And you just seem really happy. You just seem really like you fit together really well, if you can get over this little bump. So Capricorn, have a fantastic rest of October, and I will speak to you in November. I will be doing daily readings once I get these bi-weeklies out of the way. So I will be doing daily readings as well. So come back and visit again in the meantime. Please let me know how it goes. I would love to hear if you guys do settle down. I would love to hear if... I'd just love to hear your adventures. It sounds like it's going to be really, really nice. So take care, lots and lots of love, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.